So yes, I did have COVID, but what I learned is COVID has a branding issue. Now that we are officially in Thanksgiving season, we have Thanksgiving dinner to look forward to with family and friends. And of course, crazy Uncle Harold, who always shares conspiracy theories and causes drama at the dinner table. You know, COVID is a hoax. They're trying to brainwash us, you see. I read on Facebook that Bill Gates is trying. Stop. Just just please stop. Your boy, Dr. York, actually came down with COVID and it sucked. Actually, the day that I'm recording this is my first day out of quarantine. My first stop, Chick-fil-A. So yes, I did have COVID, but what I learned is COVID has a branding issue. So here are some branding case studies that you can use for your Thanksgiving dinner with crazy Uncle Harold. Do you remember the Tide Pod challenge? You know, where a bunch of stupid kids were out eating Tide Pods? Well, Tide came out and said, hey, we need to do something about this. We need to tell people to stop eating our Tide Pods. So they came out with a campaign. They actually hired Rob Gronkowski, if you can imagine that, if you remember these commercials. And of all people, Rob Gronkowski. And what happened when Rob Gronkowski told you to stop eating Tide Pods? You ate more Tide Pods. Incidents where teens were eating Tide Pods increased dramatically after the campaign. People are like, oh, I didn't know this was a thing. Now I will do it. It's similar to those DARE campaigns. If you had the DARE campaign back in school, schools that had the DARE campaign, which cost them millions and millions of dollars, those schools actually saw an increase of students trying drugs. Go figure, you learn about something in school and you want to try it. The DARE campaign did just that. So just like when your parents told you not to play the GTA game or not to listen to that album or not watch that movie, what did you do? You did it. Stop telling people what to do. They'll do the opposite. And here's a tip. If you want to persuade someone, give them options. When was the last time you asked your partner, your friend, someone you're dating, what do you want for dinner? You give them the option, you want pizza? They say no. You say you want tacos? They say no. You say, okay, do you want hamburgers? No. That'll drive you crazy. Instead, give them an option. Would you rather for dinner have pizza, hamburgers, or tacos? More likely, they will pick one of your options because they'll feel like the choice was theirs that they made. Actually, no, you made the choice for them. They just feel empowered that it was their choice. So for your brand, give the customer or stakeholder options. Not too many options though, 3. Give them an entry-level option, a medium option, and a premier option. More than likely, a lot of people will just gravitate toward that middle option anyway, but they feel like they had a choice in the decision. Another takeaway, make people feel like whatever decision you want them to do is the easy route, is not a big change. For example, take Brexit. The original tagline for leaving the EU was take control. Now, taking control is a lot of work. I don't want to do a lot of work. It sounds like a lot of big changes have to occur to take control. So the Brexit movement added just one word, increase support for the movement. What was that one word? Back. It was let's take back control. As in, it's the easy option. Take back control. We're not doing anything new here. We're going back to the olden days, the easier days. Easy option. Branding takeaway. Make the customer or stakeholder feel like the change is the easier option. And finally, one of the most impactful campaigns in modern history is the Stop Smoking campaign. How do we get teens to stop smoking? Now, after decades of commercials coming out telling the youth, stop smoking, smoking is bad for you, stop smoking, it actually didn't do anything. People are actually like, oh, interesting, I'm going to start smoking now. This sounds cool. Then the Truth campaign happened. If you remember the Truth campaign was an advertising campaign that showed data points, statistics specifically, and said, we're not telling you to stop smoking. Here's the data. You make a choice for yourself. The Truth campaign decreased smoking 75%. So many people stopped smoking that Big Tobacco actually sued the Truth campaign. They didn't win, but it shows it was effective. And check out this campaign from Thailand. I'll link the video so you can watch the full thing for yourself. But basically, they set up hidden cameras and small children, aged of 10, would go up to adults who were smoking outside. Now, the children would hold a cigarette and go up to them and say, may I have a light? And the adults every single time would lecture the children. Why you shouldn't be smoking. Smoking's bad for you. It's going to put a hole in your lung. You know what it's going to do to your health. At the end, the kids returned and said, why don't you follow your own advice? They handed them then a card where they could get information to stop smoking. Smoking in Thailand dropped dramatically due to this campaign. And the campaign won a number of awards. So with these branding options, which one stuck out the most to you? Which one do you think would have the largest impact on persuading a stakeholder? Put it in the comments below. And comment from last week. Last week's video was the big trends in social media and digital marketing for the month of October. And the comment of the week comes from Dominic. I think the push on email marketing and as a news channel for a company can be very effective right now, as a lot of people are stuck at home. There are a lot more eyeballs on phones and other devices that could lead to more email views. I know it's not social media, but eyes are definitely on screens. I hope you enjoyed this week's video on branding techniques. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe right now. Now, I record these on Friday and they come out on Wednesday. So yesterday was election day. I hope you voted. And I have no idea what the world is like today. I hope that the world is peaceful. I hope that the world hasn't been overrun by genetically engineered penguins. And I hope that you're doing well. Please, please take care of yourself. Take care of those around you. We'll see you next week.